The next beer I'm going to review is Shipyard, and it says established Portland, Maine, USA. Refreshing, full flavour, easy drinking American Pale Ale, bursting with fruity citrus hop character. This is only a 440ml though, so that's a thumbs down for that really. Same alcoholic content, 4.5. It says from the heart of Portland, Maine, a coastal city famed for shipbuilding, world trade and discovery. Our founder, Fred, put everything on the line to realise his dream, to make refreshing, full flavour, easy drinking beer for all. Well done, Fred. As a man who realised his dream. Carlsberg Marston Brewing Co. So I think it's brewed under licence here. I don't think they ship this halfway around the world. Brewed and canned in the UK by Carlsberg Marston. It's Marston's. Okay, let's give this a go, shall we? That's as much as we can tell from the can. I can maybe be a little bit more aggressive because it's only a 440, look. It's only a stubby. Cheers. Slightly paler in colour than the Atlantic, definitely. A little more bouquet. Yeah, fruity. I'm not getting any malt at all. Yeah, just fruity. Probably a little bit thinner than the other one, if anything, I would say. Yeah, thinner. But let's give it a go. Straight away this is fruitier. It doesn't say what the hops are in it, but that reminds me, is it an Australian hop? I mean, it might be a combination of hops, but the overall effect, I just can't quite remember the name. And you think it's going to come back to me? If I bother, and I can remember at some point in the distant future, I either stuffed it up there. But this is nice. Hoppy, straight away hoppy. Yeah, much hoppier, much fruitier than the Atlantic. A little bit thinner, but a better balance, I would say, between the hops and the malt. And this is less bitter overall, leaves less of a bitter aftertaste. It's smoother. Let's give it another go. Oh yeah, that's right, quaffable that. This really isn't that bitter, and it's quite fruity, but also floral, like a thirsty ferret. You'd see if you tried this. If you like ferret and you tried this, I think you'd see what I mean. You'd probably still prefer ferrets, but I think you'd see what I mean about the hops. Well, there's a real balance to the selection of hops, and that it really isn't dissimilar. I think it's the floral aspect. You know, maybe it's fruity hops but with a bit of fuggles or something. But there's a nice floral aspect to that. Or maybe it is that Australian hop that I was talking about, which was a similar thing. It was on the floral side of fruity. But this is very nice and very drinkable. And I think I've got a box of 10. That could be dangerous. I don't think I've got the time to do that many reviews today. Not this morning, anyway. Maybe I'll review them later on. Yeah, stick. I'm going stick. I'm going straight away. Stick or twist. Stick. I'm having this one. stick, twist on that so that you can have that instead. Yeah, I mean, even given the difference in gassiness, no, quantity, even given that, I'm still taking that one. I'll just drink more of them to make up the difference. Not a problem. Yeah, so this is very drinkable, extremely drinkable, and very nice for canned beer. And I'd highly recommend that. If this is your style, you like an American IPA, a clear one, not a city coastal cloudy one, cloudy coastal one. No, not one of those. No, if you like a nice, clean, crisp lager style American hopped IPA out of a can, this is as good as any. Absolutely. I can think of many other beers that I could liken it to, but not many other that are as good in a can. If you like lager and you want to try something a little more adventurous, a little hoppier, this would be spot on. This isn't going to put you off. This is just more flavoursome. Lager with flavour. On a hot day, a nice cold one of something like these. What more do you want? Very nice, very drinkable. I have and am and will be drinking more of these, for sure. But I know Shipyard isn't available as a real ale. I know that for sure. And so it's exactly the same. And I've drunk that out of a keg in a Wetherspoon, despite there being a rake of real ale on tap. And disappointment doesn't really cover it. It's so bland without any yeast. If you've been, and I already had my snout in the trough of real ale, yeah, that keg stuff, it's not a patch. It's very consistent, but in a Wetherspoon they get it right. They clean the pipes, everything's great. It's exactly right. The cellar man always gets it right. They do in the Wetherspoons around our way anyway. It's a benchmark. It's an absolute benchmark. And also it gets the throughput so that the barrels are drained regularly enough. I see to that. So I'm going to try another sip of this after having been on the Shipyard to see how that compares to the palate. So yeah, you know what? I think some of this is down to yeast. I really do. Hang on. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a much more neutral yeast. This is like an American yeast. Like a Safale, what is it, 05 or something. It's down to the yeast. I really like the neutral yeast in this because it leaves a clearer canvas for the hops and the malt. Shipyard, scrummy. It's only a shame that they don't do a draft version of this. Imagine if it was in a barrel instead of a keg at your favourite local ale house. I'd come. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah. I think the tamest, the blandest yeast, the most neutral yeast, is the one with your lovely fruity hops and that, John. So, yeah, I think that's about as much as I can say about either of these beers. Shipyard sticker, Atlantic Pale, twist. Okay, well that's it then. All my beer reviews done for the morning. All my beer reviews done for the afternoon. My work is done. On to the evening reviews. Guys, it's good here. It's good here. See you all again soon.